What is up, everybody? This is TigerWarEagle14, and we got a great day of college football coming to you today. I'm so sorry that I'm doing this prediction video late because I've been busy these past couple days. I went to the Tumors tip-off the other night. I'm gonna put a video up for that here in a little while if I have time. Um, also, the reason why I couldn't do a show this week was because you know I couldn't even find one Arkansas fan that's a big YouTuber. Not like a high big YouTuber. I'm talking about like medium, maybe upper class type of YouTuber that's an Arkansas fan, maybe. But or any Arkansas fan in general. But I don't think they want to talk Arkansas football right now. I mean, look, they might give us a scare today, but I'll get to that game in just a minute. But but here's how this is gonna work out. But first, I'm going to talk about what's coming next week for my show. Pretty good, interesting guests. So, anyway, what was I about to do? Okay, we're only gonna do SEC predictions because there's not a lot of time to do a lot because we're about an hour away from kickoff between Auburn and Arkansas and any other 11 a.m. Central Time games across the country. Or at least in this part of the country. Also, now for next week's show. We're going to have a pretty good, interesting guest list. My first guest next week will be TJ LSU Dad. I'm talking about that TJ LSU Dad, that one LSU fan. I'm excited to have him on. He's a big LSU fan. I can't wait to speak to him next week. I spoke to him earlier on Facebook. I'm not going to give out his real name because that's not how it rolls. But anyway, yeah, he's going to be on my show next week. He's going to be discussing with me about the Auburn-LSU game and predicting any other college games happening next week. Also, Big Vol Daddy will join us, too. So I'm excited to have him on as well. So next week's show is going to be kind of a, what to watch for. It's going to be a pretty good show next week. So without further delay, let's go ahead and start off our prediction video. This one is for the, like I said, this is only going to be SEC games for this week or next week. Not this week, not next week. This week. I'm sorry. I had to work this morning. I'm tired. I had to work last night as well. But anyway, first 11 a.m. game today. Florida, number 9 Florida at South Carolina. Florida coming off a tough loss on the road at LSU. It was I wouldn't say it's a bad loss. I think it was a good loss for Florida. LSU's good this year. That I'm really excited about next week's game, but I'm not looking ahead to that one yet. So, because we got Arkansas. But anyway, meanwhile, South Carolina coming home after a huge upset win on the road at Georgia, which I still cannot believe that they beat Georgia on the road. I still can't get my mind wrapped around it. How they did it. Shoot. Now I'm kind of excited about that Auburn-Georgia game. Now I don't know if Georgia's ready for our defensive line. who knows? They might tune some things up before the Auburn game here in a few weeks. But anyway, Florida, South Carolina. South Carolina will be the home team. Florida, the 9th-ranked team, they're on the road. Look, South Carolina, they did have a great week last week, but I don't think they're going to do it 2 weeks in a row. I think Florida's going to take care of South Carolina, and then they'll get ready for Georgia here in the next few weeks. The next 11 a.m. game, Auburn, Arkansas. Look, I'm sure you guys heard in the podcast this week with Squidtard and David and all those guys. I'm nervous about this game. I am. It's 11 a.m. in Fayetteville, Arkansas. It's raining up there. Overcast weather. 11 a.m. game. We suck at 11 o'clock, especially in the rain. And it's on the road. That's the hardest part, too. Auburn is a 19.5-point favorite over Arkansas. Look, I know Arkansas is having a hard year. They barely lost to A&M. They barely lost to Kentucky last week. But, man, I don't want to say Auburn's going to destroy Arkansas. I think we're going to struggle in the first half. I'm expecting that. I'm going to try and record myself for the at least maybe the first quarter of the game. And I'll put it up on YouTube for my reaction of the Auburn's first quarter against Arkansas. Then I'll come back at halftime with a halftime, either a rage video, hopefully not a rage video, or maybe just a review, maybe a calm review of the first half, if Auburn does okay in the first half. But anyway, look, Arkansas, I mean, I know they're in hard times right now. I know they want to get a win so bad. I just don't know if it's going to happen against Auburn. It's a possibility because of all the circumstances surrounding the weather, the location, the time. I mean, but still, I think Auburn's going to take care of Arkansas. Like I said, it will be a struggle in the first half, but but Gus Malzahn is undefeated in bye weeks, so especially at Arkansas State and all the other ones at Auburn. So we'll see how we do. I think we're going to be just fine against Arkansas. 2:30 p.m. Central Time game on CBS. Number 2 LSU undefeated, going on the road to Vegas at Starkville, Mississippi, to the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Look, I said it in the podcast. I really did say it, that Mississippi State could be a potential trap game for LSU. I mean, look, you got to think about it, though. Yes, they have Joe. Yes, LSU's got Joe Burrow. Yes, their defense is pretty good, but they did not look as good as as I thought they'd do against Florida. They didn't look good to me. I mean, they were pretty decent, but they did not look good at all. Well, I wouldn't say good at all. I'd say they were decent. Let's just say decent. That's the word of this prediction. But I mean, I'm gonna stick with my opinion. I think Mississippi State will pull an upset. I think they do. I think Joe Moorhead. I mean, they're trying to look for a big win for Joe Moorhead's time at Mississippi State, but I don't think if they don't get this win today, look, you could go ahead and put Joe Moorhead on the rocks for his job. I mean, look. In my opinion, I don't think Northeastern head coaches should come to the South. I don't think they're made for the South. I mean, you're made for Northeastern football. So, but you know what? I'm still gonna give Mississippi State the shocker of the weekend. We've barely had any upsets so far this year, other than South Carolina and Georgia. I think this will be another one. I think this will be another upset. This year, pretty big one too. I'm gonna go with Mississippi State over LSU. Call me crazy, but hey, you never know. I mean, heck, South Carolina beat Georgia last week, and Tennessee beat Auburn last year. And oh, by the way, LSU is an 18.5-point favorite over Mississippi State. 3 o'clock Central Time kickoff for Missouri at Vanderbilt. Missouri ranked 22nd and 5-1, but Vanderbilt 1-5. Missouri is a 21-point favorite in Nashville. Man, Vanderbilt, Lord mercy. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Vanderbilt. I mean, what's good about Vanderbilt? Nothing. Think about this. If Vanderbilt doesn't have a good year this year, a terrible year, but they still beat Tennessee, I mean, come on. Vols fans have got to stop pulling for their team if that happens this year. If Vanderbilt beats Tennessee, even though Vanderbilt's awful. But I got to go with Missouri. Easy money right here. I'm going to take Missouri to cover the spread as well. I don't see Vanderbilt keeping it a close game in the first half. I don't see it happening. I don't see Vanderbilt winning at all. Oh, and also, Missouri's leading the East. I forgot to mention that. Almost forgot to mention that. Missouri's leading the... I mean, what a turnaround for Missouri. But they're on probation. I don't know. Do they still win the SEC East, or if they're on probation, can you still win the SEC East or not? I can't. I don't even know. I can't remember. I'm not used to teams, being on probation, but somehow having a great year. I'm not used to that at all. So anyway, Missouri wins and they'll cover. 5 o'clock Central Time. Kentucky on the road at Georgia. Man, look, I think Kentucky's the worst case scenario for Kentucky is they have to play a pissed off Georgia team. I mean, they deserve to be pissed off. They lost to South Carolina last week. Kentucky escaped Arkansas last week. Like I said, Georgia lost to South Carolina. I'm gonna take Georgia. They're a 24.5-point favorite. If Kentucky keeps it close in the first half, I'll be shocked. But I think Georgia is going to come out and smack them in the mouth, and they'll take care of the momentum, and they'll go on to become 6-1. Then they'll get ready for Florida, unless they got one more game next week before that, or maybe they have a bye week next week. 6:30 Central Time kickoff between Texas A&M and Ole Miss, two SEC West teams just trying to to find their identity right now. I mean, or trying to not just find an identity, but to try to make noise in the SEC. Trying to, well, heck, this could be a head coaching, deciding game. Whoever loses, their coaching job is on the rocks. Well, golly, I cannot. Okay, Matt Luke. I'm trying to think of A&M's coach. Jimbo Fisher. How did I I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm tired. But Jimbo Fisher and Matt Luke's jobs could be on the line tonight. Maybe. If A&M doesn't win this game, I'm not going to say Jimbo Fisher will be fired after this game, but it's a possibility. Ole Miss, if they lose, maybe. I just don't know if Matt Luke is made for becoming a head coach for Ole Miss. But let's see. A&M's a 6-point favorite. I'm gonna take Texas A&M. I do think Kellen Mond will improve in this game, and if they lose tonight, this is the last time I'm picking A&M this year. So, like I said, I'm gonna go with Texas A&M, and I think they will not cover the spread. It'll be a close game. I think it's gonna be a 3-point game. Last SEC game of the day. Tennessee at Alabama. It's the third Saturday in October. Tennessee has not beaten Alabama since 2006. Yeah. I mean, they've had it hard these past 12 years for Tennessee. I mean, well, they came close in 2009. They only had 2 games where the game was decided by at least maybe 5 points. But all the other matchups, but all the other 10 matchups that they played out of the other 2, it's been blowouts. Talking about the close games between Alabama and Tennessee, it's only been 2 close games and 10 unanimous defeats. It's Tennessee's 2-4, Alabama's number 1, obviously 6-0, 3-0 in the SEC West. Alabama's a 34.5-point favorite, and they deserve that. I don't know. I don't know. I know Tennessee is not going to keep it close. I mean, they did look good against Georgia, but let's be honest. We already know what Georgia looks like now. They are overrated. But I don't think Alabama is going to be as bad as Georgia was last week or 2 weeks prior when Tennessee played Georgia. So I'm going to take Alabama to win the game. This is a late kickoff, but I'm going to take Bama to win it. And the Bama students will smoke those hoagies that they've done in the past 12 years. Yeah, great job parenting. Yeah, your parents don't care if you're smoking cigars in the stands. Heck, it's Alabama football. Who cares? Anyway, that's going to do it for this prediction video and for pretty much this show, mixed into one. But anyway, guys, like I said, make sure y'all tune in next week for my show. I got Big Ball Daddy and TJ LSU Dad. That's going to be right here on my YouTube show next week. I'm excited to have them on. I really am excited. It's gonna be a pretty interesting show for next week. So, thank you again for watching, guys, and I will see you guys later. Have a great football Saturday, and I'll see you guys Monday.